extreme remote coastal trails, 4-wheel drive, serious low range, with a hill on the side of a mountain, and one of the most extreme points in Europe. And my mind is freaking blown right now. I could not have dared to have hoped it would be this good, this trail. Alright, good morning folks from the side of Finisterre. It looks to be a complete whiteout out there, like total fog coverage, so I'm gonna go out and see what's going on outside. I opened up the camper doors to a thick fog at my wild campsite perched high above the ocean. Wow. Total fog coverage. I'm perched high up on a cliffside on one of the most extreme drivable points of the rock of Finisterre. So this is the rock outcrop that we were taking in the sunset on before yesterday. God damn. Just a real proper sea fog. Look at that. The conditions this morning are a far cry from how they'd been the previous evening when I pulled into this place. Yesterday evening had seen bright sunlight, clear horizons, and a spectacular sunset. This morning is a very different story, and a reminder of how quickly conditions can change on these extreme points on Galicia's coast of death. Alright, I'm gonna get down here, go make some breakfast, and then we'll pack up and continue along the trail. I made a simple breakfast of a toasted baguette, fried eggs and a bit of cheese, along with the ubiquitous black coffee that keeps me going on these long days on the road. And there's sometimes when it all just really does feel like a dream. So I'm sitting here in the camper right now, and you can see out here, but yeah, here's the camper, and just looking out my back door, and the mist's just all opened up, and down there is the rock and the lighthouse way over there. Wow, and just like that, the mist is being burned off actively with the sun emerging from the cloud there. So I'm gonna go up here and check it out. My God, what a view, mate. It's crazy how it happens. You see down there, that's still misty, but it's getting burned off like that. Yeah, car there. Man, what a place, mate. Yep, this will certainly go down as one of the best campsites on the trip so far. I keep saying that, but they keep on getting better. Like, to have that view down here, I feel very fortunate, very grateful right now. So cool and so wild, you know? What a place, man. All right, another long morning at camp. Now it's time to hit the trail again. So we're gonna go down the mountain here on the very tip of Finisterre, and then go back up and double back up the peninsula and rejoin our trail up to the north there. Let's do it. This is the Iberian Trail, a 7,000-mile attempt to circumnavigate the Iberian Peninsula using only unpaved roads and off-road tracks. No highways, no shortcuts, and no easy way out. When I set out to do this, I thought I knew what I was getting into, but the reality is, I didn't. What I expected to be tough turned out to be relentless. Breakdowns, recoveries, storms, dead ends, and long days fighting through places that most people never see. I thought I'd be finished by now. Instead, I'm heading into my 4th month on the road, having had to leave Europe to avoid overstaying my visa, but now I'm back. There have been many moments where I've seriously questioned whether this is even possible, but every time it tries to stop me, I just keep going. This is not a highlight reel, it's the reality of a long-distance off-road expedition that has morphed into a brutal battle to finish what I started. This is the Iberian Trail, 7,000 miles off-road alone, through some of Europe's last untamed places. With the Land Cruiser in low 4 gear, I pulled out onto the trail from the rocky outcrop where I spent the night. My God. And true to form, the views from Finisterre did not disappoint. Mate, this is just truly amazing. As always, the steepness cannot be interpreted by the camera, but this is well steep. I've got it in low range, first gear, just letting it pick its way down, not touching the brakes at the minute. I will not touch the brakes for as long as I possibly can. Man, the views are like, it's like what you see in a plane, mate. Look at this. Like sandy beach over there. There's nothing like a little bit of adrenaline pumping through the veins in the morning, and this steep, uneven four-wheel drive trail, with very little room for error in my technique, certainly provided that. Mate, extreme remote coastal trails. Four-wheel drive, serious low range, with a hill on the side of a mountain. One of the most extreme points in Europe. My mind is freaking blown right now. I could not have dared to have hoped it would be this good, this trail. I'm now circumnavigating the entire Finisterre Peninsula. This rock is essentially a mountain that drops directly off into the Atlantic Ocean, which, as you might imagine, makes for spectacular views. Alright, so I've selected low range third for this one because it's obviously a really nice, wide, open track. But I want to keep it in low range just in case, you know? With it being the most extreme western point of Galicia, Finisterre has become a destination for the more hardcore pilgrims. Muchas gracias! This lot likely made it to Santiago de Compostela and decided to carry on, completing a difficult spiritual pilgrimage to be rewarded by a face full of dust off the Land Cruiser. Pissing off the hikers there, I think. Oh my god, look at this! White sandy beach, mate. So this is the other side of the Punta. So we were camping on the opposite side. This is the southern, eastern side of the point. So yeah, like right now, we came all the way around that point, done like a massive loop around the point and gone all the way around the west side, the most wild kind of Atlantic side. Finisterre completed it, mate. From here, it's time to forge back inland and continue with my navigation of the ragged Galician coast exclusively via four-wheel drive tracks. Back on the landward side of Finisterre, the topography was set to take a remarkable turn, with high, wind-blasted rocky peaks rising up before me. Oh man, how sick is this? Dude, this is like something out of the Wild West, man. Look at it. I gotta drop some air out of my tires here, out of my airbags even. Drop this down into high 4 for now, I think. Although, it's pretty extreme, oh. What a trail. You know what the crazy thing is? That I'd plotted out a totally different trail, took a wrong turn, ended up on the wrong track. I was like, oh shit, I better go back. Looked on my trail, I was like, wow, that looks sick over the mountain. Let's see what the crack is. It's just something I've randomly stumbled upon. It's like a world-class 4x4 track up the side of a mountain. This is one of the happiest accidents on the trail so far, and a reminder of the sheer scale of the places that I'm passing through and the remarkable secrets they hold. If I hadn't have taken that wrong turn, I'd probably been crossing this land via a flat, boring farm track. But I did make that mistake, and now I'm here. Mate, I cannot believe this. I gotta stop for a second to take it in. How crazy is this? You can just stumble on stuff like this completely randomly. I am living my dream right now. I literally am, mate. It's no exaggeration. Dude. Like, this is honestly like something like out of a Wild West movie. Look at all these like rocky outcrops, all weathered. Just millennia of wind and rain and stuff off the sea, which is right freaking there, by the way. All these rocky outcrops in the sea. Some of them are standing stones, like just lying flat on top of the rocky outcrops. And through it all, the trusty cruiser. Man, moments like this, honestly, they take my breath away in so many ways, because like, I know this is a well-worn topic for me, but I feel like I've sacrificed so much to be out here. I've gone through a load of bullshit times, had some pretty grim times, you know, and I stayed true to the course because I knew this is what I wanted to do. So there were some times where I was like, what the hell am I doing, you know? Why am I so obsessed with this? And you get out here and you're like, wow, okay, I remember why. So for anybody who's watching, who is struggling with anything right now, you know, wondering if you should stay the course, if, like, a little bit lost even in life and stuff, like, follow your freaking heart and you will get there. You will get there.
The lightning shows my weakness, the thunder knows my secrets. The storm is like a brother, it knows me like no other. So let it rumble, let it roll, 'cause it's all I know. You can keep your calm and easy, but that peaceful life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the tree, like it can sense the reckless in me. And when the clouds roll in, it's like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. I see the waters rising with waves as strong as iron. My soul was born for running. The darkness is my compass, and I will follow where it goes, 'cause it's all I know. You can keep your sunshine story, but that peaceful life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the trees, like it can sense the reckless in me. Let the rain come down. So let the rain come down. Let the rain come down.
Mate, this is genuinely the dream. I'm just driving through these like Wild West trail networks on the side of this rocky, like, desert mountain. It's amazing. I traversed the Rocky Mountains that separate the inland part of Galicia from the coast, and the trail took me back inland, heading back toward Galicia's wild, forested interior. I'm now climbing back up to altitude, up the side of a mountain, a range that's even higher in altitude than the rocky ones that we just skirted through. By its very nature, navigating the coastline of Galicia is a difficult affair. The coast is ragged, the result of a mountain range dropping off into the Atlantic, creating a serpentine coastline with a myriad coves and inlets that make plotting a course a headache, and yet ironically, also the thing that makes this area so spectacular. Okay, so I've been well off of the trail that I pre-plotted a long time ago for almost the whole day now, and I'm really close to rejoining it. So you can see here, this is me. This is the trail that I pre-plotted. So I'm looking to probably go back on myself a little bit up here, take this trail if it indeed is a one. It might not be, it might be a fire lane. Yeah, I think that's a fire lane cut in there, so that's actually going to be more problematic. So I think we're probably going to have to continue down here. That'll split me out down here somewhere, and then I'll be able to rejoin the trail over here. But yeah, it's a bit fraught. Like you get into one track network, it's actually really difficult to find your way around sometimes, you know, because yeah, fire lanes are completely illegal to drive down in Spain, and are often like mental as well, you know, like on insane gradients. It all looks flat here, but you know, they're cut in by JCBs and stuff. So yeah, I guess let's carry on and see how we go. Just look at that, mate. See over there. I think this is the main trail. Yeah. Unbelievable. This is so mad, just driving mile after mile of remote forestry trails, crisscrossing mountains, valleys, going across rivers, the whole freaking thing, and all the time. The incredible coastline and rugged rocks and cliffs falling off to the sea are visible right over there to the west. Mate, Galicia will go down as one of the coolest places I've ever been. One of the most wild, most remote, and most extreme places. When I say extreme, I mean extreme in the Spanish sense. Like extremo means like extreme remote, like and wild, all mixed into one. This is fucking cool, mate. Let's see where this trail goes. I don't really want to go off to the right. Yeah, there's no trail on there. So I guess I'll carry on and go down here to this dogleg, double back, and that will get us to somewhere close to our intended route. Man, like the remoteness of these places and how vast the wilderness is. You could be out here for months, man. Oh, so this is an example of the fire lanes that I'm seeing on my maps, you know, that I was just looking at there. So that's what looks like, I guess, on the satellite. So when it was, you know, cut, it looks nice and clear, but actually, I mean, you look at it, the state of it, you can hardly differentiate it between woodland and actual trail. I continued to push higher and higher into this mountain range, traversing switchbacks and gaining in altitude. That was sick. I mean, look how rarely used these trails are. Oh, no way. Something is blocking the trail. Oh, this is gonna cause us a problem. Oh, man. Yeah. I still don't have a chainsaw, which is insane. I do have a bush saw. Yeah, let me see if I can get this done with the bush saw. Because I mean, the problem is here, I'm so deep in this trail network now that doubling back it's just not really an option, you know? Like if I have to go back, oh god, it's gonna take me all the way around here, well far in the wrong direction, you know? Alright, so this is the bad boy here. So it's a little Barco. I picked it up just before I went, and I was expecting it to be bigger. I bought it online, you know? I don't know, you tell me in the comments whether you think this is gonna work or not. I guess we'll find out. Oh. So I've picked this bit here, thinking that, you know, it's away from this fork here. But God, I mean, look at the girth on that. I need a bigger one, is what I need. Some of this crap out of the way as well. At least it's nice and sharp. Alright, so I've made pretty good progress. I'm almost 3/4 of the way through it. Oh, just gotta keep on freaking going. Oh, Jesus. Ah, she's going. Oh, hell yeah. To tackle the next bit, I'd need to climb up into the fallen tree. Cutting those last fibres. There you go. Like a ton of bricks, mate. Oh, thank God for that. That's cardio quota for the day. Yeah, so this bit here, we can just drive around, you know, like do a bit of a manoeuvre. My back wheels will probably catch this. Push that over a little more. That should see us through, I think. God, I hope there are no further fallen trees up there. Hope this is an isolated incident. If this is happening every fucking 5 minutes, we might have to reconsider, but man, it's getting like pretty late in the day. Like I tell you what, these long nights are an absolute boon, because trying to do this in the winter, oh my God, like it was getting dark about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It doesn't get dark until about 8:30 right now, so you want to get through the forestry bits while it's still summer. There's a challenge for you. God, this does not bode well. It's a testament to how extremely rarely it's used, to be honest. Bloody hell, look at this, like all this brush laying in the trail and that. Man, let's just hope we can reconnect to a more well-used trail. I mean, yeah, all we can do is try. Man, we're just climbing further and further up this mountain. I kind of thought this trail was going to be a downer, but look at this, mate. God. What an adventure, brother. Oh, mate, this is just so much fun. It's bloody hard work, but look, my God, bro. What the hell? Yeah, the trail does not let up. Higher and higher up the mountain we go. Wow, okay, so here we go. Another trail, a wide open trail. Dude, I think we might have made it. I mean, I don't want to count my chickens too early. Man, certainly that's got us out of the really crazy forestry part for now. So, let's look on our area map. So this is my trail. We're back going the right way at least. I mean, look at this, dude. So, this is how crazy this is. This is all the trail that I plotted, right? And this is the trail that I've actually ended up driving. This is all off-piste. I made all of this up as I went along. How crazy is that? That's all just, I've just taken random freaking turns and trails all day and I've made up my own trail. Crazy, brother. Yeah, this is gonna take us right down and we're gonna be able to rejoin a really wide trail and we're gonna rejoin the trail for the first time all day. I mean, I've gotta say, that was great fun, but I can't tell you I'm not relieved. at seeing an actual viable path to get back to my main trail, because there's, you know, a moment where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be out here for days, you know what I mean? Like, and to a degree, it's okay, you know, like I could be out here for days, a bit, but also, you know, I do have places to be, and I am trying to march on with this trail, a bit, you know, so what a day, brother. I can't lie, making some real progress on a level gravel trail feels pretty good. And climbing ever higher up this mountain, like, I really thought we'd be going down by now, but nope, still gaining altitude. We're about 1,000 meters above sea level right now, getting higher and higher. So, we've got options here. So we take this one to get down to the main trail. Then go that way and go and continue on for days and days and days on these tracks. So awesome, dude. I've rejoined my trail now, so that puts an end to a full day of off-piste driving. And when I say off-piste, I mean trails that I had not plotted, I had no idea existed until I got here, got into a trail network and just didn't look back for a full 8 hours. Oh mate, this is the adventure of a lifetime. Man, if you're into this kind of stuff, like, I would encourage you to get out there and do it while you can. Oh my god, look at this view. This is the wild coast of Galicia. One of the puntos extremos of the Iberian Peninsula. Galicia, baby! Okay, back to the mad four-wheel drive. True to form on this route, the respite doesn't last long, and within seconds I'm buried in thick brush once again. God damn it! Okay, that's my mirrors out. I just got some gorse in my window, that slashed me, that did. God, this is a seriously washed, overgrown four-wheel drive track, good God. Oh mate, that's the thing with these really overgrown ones, you just, you can't see the rocks and stuff that are lying under all the brush and that, and they just get you like that, and the whole friggin' car bounce in the worst possible way towards the abyss. My God. Okay, so this is a great example of what I was talking about. So this is a fire lane. Looks like a trail on the map, doesn't it? Well, that's it. Like, that's vertical. I know it doesn't look like it in the thing, but it is. I don't actually like it at all. Ugh. The route pushed me out onto the most exposed mountainside of the day so far. Spectacular though it is, getting into something like this as the sun gets low in the sky is always a bit of a cause for concern. On a track this narrow and a gradient like this, it could just take one wrong move and you're off down the mountainside on a one-way trip. I just noticed my bloody shower is hanging out. This door took a blow yesterday on some four-wheel drive track, and now it doesn't close as well as it once did. So fortunately, I somehow have not lost all my bits. Oh, but I have lost my freaking filling hose, bastard. Could be literally anywhere along the trail. Oh well, it's gone now. I know from bitter experience, if this happened in Wales, there's just no point in going back and trying to look for like things that have fallen out of here. God, this ain't freaking closing, man. Okay, so I'll have to make sure that's locked every day to prevent that from happening. But also, I should be doing that anyway, because one time when I was parked up and somebody nicked all my hose fittings but left the hose pipe in there, that was that happened to me a couple of years ago, so yeah, I just have to remember to do that every day now. Onward! What a place. So these beautiful cairns, huge standing stones. Some beautiful ones here too. These green stone, man. These look like river pebbles that people have brought. And a piece of marble here. This is of cultural significance of some kind, I think. Like, these are not the kind of stones you find on mountaintops. These have been worn by a river or the sea. Look at this with fossils in it. Two of them too. They look precarious as hell. God damn, mate, this is just every day I dream. Land Cruiser there, some culturally significant cairns, and just endless space onto the horizon. The wild west coast of the Iberian Peninsula. I keep thinking what it would be like if I were here in winter, you know, if I'd been able to carry on and not had to leave for visa reasons. I don't know whether it would be better or worse. There would have been less people around, but this is just amazing. Not have to worry about the cold. I mean, I'm like here in my shorts and shirt, you know. It's glorious weather, long nights, pretty nice. I love every part of it. Right. Every one of these places, like I reach, I'm like, God, this would make a spectacular campsite. And then you go 5 minutes down the road and there's another one. I guess I'll carry on. I'm trying to get to the Rios, which is down there. There's meant to be a beautiful camp spot somewhere in the region of here. David from Incansables Off-Road was telling me that he'd found an amazing spot on one of these like little forested peninsulas. He was like, this is one of the most beautiful camp spots I've ever been to. And so I'm going to try to find that. This is so cool, man.